Hey guys, this is Brian from New Age Muzzleloaders. I wanted to go over some of the testing that we've done over these new Hornady Eld-X's, the board drivers, and 340 grain. These are the new ones out from Hornady. They are not a saboted, however you want to call it, bullet. They do have this skirt on the back. Skirt comes off. We've been finding that at about 25 to 50 yards is when these skirts are coming off of the bullet, and we're finding them in the dirt, brush, all over the place. But they seem to consistently come off around the same area, which is good. We are still trying to come up with a good press for the ramrod that fits this bullet tip. I know Hornady sells their own, but it doesn't attach to the ramrod that is on the Optima V2, which is what me and my buddy are shooting right now, testing these bullets out. So we've been using a custom brass ramrod at the range, but it is going to be an issue with the stock ramrod as it'll start making indentations right at the, I guess, polymer tip and part of the jacket. It's leaving a burr. I don't know how much it would affect performance. We didn't mess around with any of that. We've just been shooting it with the custom ramrod, and I gotta say we've had pretty tremendous results at 100 yards. 200 yards, it seems to be doing pretty well. I don't know if some of the accuracy is on our end. I don't know if we're having issues with the bullets. We've been shooting the last couple weekends and we're still trying to figure that out. So one of the things I want to go over is our actual load that we are both using with this bullet. We were shooting the FTXs before this, and we had to use different loads, which is perfectly normal for two different rifles. But for this, we ended up on the same load, which was really surprising. Currently, we are using the Eld-X Select from Hodgdon, and we are using 130 by volume and weighing it out at 94.3 grams by weight. The weighing the powder out versus going by volume has been a lot more consistent, and I think our shots are proving that. Sean's shooting, his bullets are going through some of the same holes. His three shot groups, same holes. I'm getting probably half, 3/4 MOA at 100 yards. Super impressive for a muzzleloader. The only 209s that we are able to find around here on the market right now that we are using are the Cheddite 209 primers. They are from France. That's all we can find. They've been working great. We haven't had any issues. Every single one is fired off, and I've been pretty happy with those. And then again, we are using the Hornady board driver Eld-X's, 50 cal, 340 grain. Big bullet. Things flying fast. Velocity, we are both averaging around 1,700 feet per second with a standard deviation of 10 to 15, which is also super impressive with that whole combination. We are using the 209 breech plug. We have tried some other ones. We have tried the Blackhorn 209 breech plugs. we were not getting good accuracy out of them, which I was really surprised, because all the guys that are shooting the Blackhorn, they're in love with them, and we just found it was not working for both of us. So we went with the factory CVA breech plug with the 209 primer. So some of the other things I wanted to go over was bullet retention. Before, after. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bullets recovered. 2 at 100 and 2 at 200 yards. So the bullet retention that we're getting out of these is still 85% at 200 yards, which is through 2 milk jugs and a piece of wood found in the dirt. Yeah, weighing these things out on the scale, starting out 340 grains, still getting 283, 288.2 for 288 from the ones at 100, and 247 for the one that I just found in the dirt, just messing around. That's pretty impressive bullet retention. These things smacking those milk jugs at 200 yards, it's impressive. I mean, it's like it just turns into mist. So yeah, these are the things I wanted to go over, this new bullet. We've been practicing out, trying to see if we can push these things a little bit further, a little more accurately. Just trying to find the right ballistic coefficiency with these. Trying to figure out the drop. I mean, these things drop fast. They're a heavy bullet, big bullet. Currently using the Vortex 4-12 by 44 on my Optima V2 by CVA. And I'm probably only going to be able to shoot out at 12 power, close to 250, 255, which is still pushing this thing pretty far. That's probably going to be my max with this bullet for the upcoming season. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on how these bullets were working, bullet retention, what we were using, and I'll try to include some photos of the groups that we were getting at 100 yards with this setup. All right, thanks guys.